everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today there is a bazaar happening in Moorland, and there's at least 4 different types of horses that are discounted there. I know what one of them is, and it's a breed that I definitely want to get, and I don't know what the others are, so it's going to be a surprise to me when I get there. I'm definitely going to buy something because I have no impulse control, so look forward to that. And first though, I'm here at Camp Western, and I want to do a couple of things here first before I go over to Moorland for the bazaar. There is Archie and Slinky, which are 2 free pets that you can get, but you really have to grind to be able to get them. And Archie the dog excuse me, Archie the dog looks like every other dog in this game, so I don't really care about it that much. But the cat is super cute, so I definitely want to get the cat, so that's what I'm going to do right now. And I definitely recommend trying to get the pets if you want either of them before Camp Western ends, because if they come back next year, you're going to have to pay star coins for them. So here's the cat. I think he stays in the orchard down here by the lake. The dog, though, moves. Some days it's with the bull, and some days it's in the bear cave. I'm not sure where he is today. As you can see, I've got all the items to get the cat. I've got him. Now, where is he? Again, if you can hear chickens and stuff crowing in the background, it's because I'm recording this outside. And I live on a farm. So here's the cat. He is very cute. Look at him wearing that little vest. This was tokens well spent. Do you guys remember how a couple weeks ago in one of my videos I predicted there was going to be a bazaar during Camp Western? I was right. Okay, it looks like there's 4 breeds here, and the one that I knew of was the Shire. I'm so undecided on the Irish Cobs because on one hand, I don't think they're that good, like not that well done, but at the same time, there's just something about them that I really like. The pintos are really pretty. I don't like the gray one. This one is very pretty, but it's like the Jorvik wild horse that I'm going to be getting before long. This one reminds me a lot of a pony that we had when I was a kid. His name was Billy. The coloring is so much like him. And I think this one's probably technically the best of the Irish Cobs. That one I don't care for, but yeah, this one's nice. I would consider it. I don't like these. I don't like the sun bleached. This one is like technically horrible, but for some reason I like it. I don't know why. This one I have in the horses app that I haven't transferred yet, but I could get it here at a discount, but at the same time, now that I'm looking at it with the others, I'm not convinced that it's the one that I want the most. I am so mad. Literally like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I bought the app exclusive Bayshire that I had to spend weeks on an app that I don't like to get, and then I paid full price for it, and now it's here at a discount. Just my luck. Anyway, I do like it, so it's okay. This one came out in the winter, didn't it? This one, ugh. Of course I like this one. It's a bay. It's a bay with a beautiful marking, and I love this one. Beautiful markings too. It's like a draft type Sabino, I think they call it. I really like this one too. This is one that I would definitely get at some point. She looks like a ginger to me. Very cute. This one's also very pretty. The markings on all of them are super nice. Actually, I just like all the Shires. I think I would get all of them at some point. This one's very popular. I see this one around a lot. And for good reason. She's pretty. I love the pink nose. And I love the marking that like goes off to the side. It's super cute. So, I don't know. The black one I also really like. But I like the bay. I like the grays. I'm sure I will get at least one Shire. I might get more than one, being that they're on sale right now. And then there's this little creature, the Welsh Pony type B. Yes, my dog agrees with me. They look like dinosaurs, yeah. And I've seen people say they look like geckos. But the same thing applies to them as does the saddlebreds, where they look weird in real life. So they're gonna look weird in the game, and just because they look weird doesn't mean that they aren't realistic, because they do be looking weird in real life. Although, I like this one. It's a bay, of course I like it. I'm not gonna get it, but I might get it eventually. It's just not anywhere near the top of my list. Actually, when I was a kid, there was a Welsh pony farm that had like all the, what is it, like 4 types of Welsh ponies. And I would look at their website day and night because they were pretty close to where I lived. And they had a stallion that looked just like this one. I don't have a single good thing to say about these. I'm sorry. Nothing. Not for me. Silly me, I almost missed out on this because you can click on one of these horses here and then hit browse breeds, and it shows you some others that are available that aren't shown when you first walk up. And they are a couple of the app exclusive horses that you can't get elsewhere in the game except for through the horses app that nobody likes. But anyway, here's the halflinger. And I mean, it looks like a halflinger. It's cute, but it's just like the others. This one, I have this in my horses app as one that I'm going to get eventually, and it's discounted here. So I might go ahead and get it. I love it. I really, really love the Belgian warmbloods in the game. Even though they're one of like the older Gen 3 horses, aren't they? I just think they're so good. And I have one. I have the like light gray one. And I love it. He's one of my favorites. And I really like chestnuts, and I don't think Star Stable gives enough attention to chestnuts, let's say. And I really like that one because it's just a plain chestnut. It has no markings. And I wish that they did more of that, just plain horses with no markings. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I actually think that I'm gonna get the Irish Cob over the Shires, because I just bought a Shire. I have the app exclusive Bay Shire, and I have the, gosh, what's his name? I don't know. It's a black Shire, the normal coat is, but it's like one of the Halloween horses that has like the magic coat, but it's a Shire. And I love the Shires and I want them all, but do I want one that close to just having bought one? But I know I'm gonna regret it if I don't come back and get another one later. But for right now, I don't know. The Irish Cob is speaking to me. I named her Fairy Garden, and I left her mane and tail the way it was because I think this is just like the picture of an Irish Cob. She looks perfect the way she is. And I actually just realized she has a brown eye and a blue eye, which wins so many points with me because I just think that is the coolest thing ever. I love this outfit, but excuse me. I love this outfit, but when I was picking it out, I noticed an immediate problem with this breed, and it's because they're one of the older Gen 3s, right? That means that a lot of the saddles and bridles and saddle pads, all that, is not going to fit them. So I had a hard time picking out an outfit, which I know Star Stable is working on that, like getting it where all the horse gear will fit all the horses in the game, and it's just taking a long time, but it's a flaw, unfortunately. But otherwise, I just can't believe how much I really like this horse. I didn't think that I was going to, and I never would have thought that I would have picked an Irish Cob over a Shire. Like, I'm still kind of reeling from that. So my hot take of the day is that a horse in this game does not have to be realistic for it to be good. So I know it's going to be like 50-50 with players if they're going to agree with that statement or not. But to me, I look at this horse and I look at a lot of the Gen 3 horses that are older, and you can just tell that the team didn't set out to make them like super realistic, and the goal was just that they be cute and nice. And I think that the Irish Cob is cute and nice. And I would say the same of a lot of the older Gen 3 horses. Like, just because they're not super realistic and they are maybe a little outdated looking, it doesn't mean that they're not nice. Like, this looks like an Irish Cob. You can tell it is. The animations and stuff are not perfect. It's a little clunky, yeah. But it's cute. Like, it's still an enjoyable little horse. And I like it. It's just not perfect. But I don't think that it was meant to be perfect in the same way that, like, the Dutch Warmbloods or the Cell Francaise, the Saddlebreds. I don't think it's comparable to them because I don't think the goal was the same as them. Like, take the Dutch Warm Bloods, for instance. I consider them to be more like a Gen 3.5 because the style of them is completely different from other older Gen 3 horses. And what I mean by that is, like, you can tell when you look at the Dutch Warm Bloods that the team's goal, the people that animated it, they set out to make it as realistic and detailed and lifelike as possible, and they nailed it. But then with the Irish Cob and a lot of the older Gen 3 horses, I don't think they're comparable to the Dutch Warm Bloods and a lot of the newer ones because the end goal of the team was not the same. I think with the Irish Cob, as an example, like, they just wanted to make a cute, nice little horse, but in a cute, cartoony style. Whereas, like, the Dutch Warm Bloods, they meant to make them as realistic and detailed and lifelike as possible. And I think that the cute, cartoony style is, in a way, just as good as the super realistic. Because there's nothing wrong with it being stylized, cute, and cartoony. That doesn't mean that it's outdated or that it's not done well. It's still animated nicely. It's just a completely different style. And personally, and not specifically Star Stable, but I wish horse games in general would realize that cute, cartoony styles last longer and look better longer than super realistic and detailed, because by the time the game is developed and gets out, it only has a couple years before it looks outdated when you're trying to do super realistic. Whereas if you pick a style, a certain look throughout the whole game, so long as it's cohesive, a cute, cartoony horse can still look really good 10 years after the game comes out, because that was the game's intended style. Anyway, I've ranted long enough, so I'm gonna wrap it up here, and I have Korean noodles and hot chocolate to go eat, so be jealous, you guys, and I will see you next time.